Right, Nick, disappointing not to get the win there. Game of two halves, I think. Their goals were extremely powerful, like fantastic goals.
100%.
Where do we go wrong? Like, I feel gutted. I think I take it more personally because it's Frank, obviously, but we're not a finished team, are we, at the moment?
Nah, do you know what? From today, other games in the past, I've come away thinking we could have done more, we could have done this. Today, I've taken a lot of positives from today. I think first half, I agree, 100%, they were the better team. I mean, they're arguably the best team in the league at the moment. So
natural born goal scorers,
exactly, and you could just tell the way they set up. Klopp's got them well organised, things like that. But second half, I must admit, I was very impressed. There was a couple of opportunities where I thought Bashwai's header, Bashwai's header. I thought, do you know what, we could do this. So I said to my mate, but after the game, 100% positives from today. We move on to the next one. We've got fixtures ain't looking too bad at the moment as well. We've got a nice run. So
anything you would have done differently with the team today?
To be honest with you, I think we set up how I would have chosen the same 11. Not that I'm, some professional manager. But no, I would have. Only other thing I would have changed was maybe Giroud for Bashwai at the end.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Yeah. That's the only thing. Give us a bit of, a bit more weight up top.
Rich, I haven't seen you in a long time. Midlands he is. Come on then, give me your overall thoughts. I'm slightly gutted, disappointed, and I'm also slightly proud of a team, especially how we performed in the second half, I suppose, against one of the best teams in the league, if not the best.
Well, they're the best team in the league. They've proved that already this season. They're undefeated. But I think the first half let us down with the VAR decision. He was offside, but if they're going to give what they did for Son yesterday, literally not even a shoulder offside, then that was offside. And then 2 minutes after that, they went and scored. The goal killed us. But giving the ball away a lot in the first half, but second half, we picked it up. But I still think we were giving the ball away a bit too much. We just need our experienced players to step up and help the young boys.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I feel like the most commitment is coming from. I don't doubt they're all committed to their jobs, but I feel like the majority of the commitment and passion shown in the game is from the youngsters, which is bizarre. If you think about it, some of them haven't even played in the Premier League before,
Well, Kante proved that today. He's the first experienced player to score this season in the Premier League, so the rest have been Mason Mount and Tomori and Abraham. So we are relying on youth. People are forgetting that this year is just development. We're developing the team because obviously transfer ban, couldn't sign anybody.
Lewis said something really interesting actually. He said Liverpool went through this a few years ago and look how they've built themselves up, and I completely agree with that.
Well, look how bad Liverpool's defence was a few years ago, and now it's the best defence in probably Europe, I'd say, maybe. But we just got to move on. I think the early substitution killed us as well because we could have done with a bit more creativity, bringing on like Pedro or I don't know why Pulisic isn't even getting in the team. He's not even.
Pulisic is brilliant. Your guess is as good as mine there, I suppose. Any players today you thought that stood out for you? Because for me, Mason Mount did. Whether he had a perfect game overall, I'm not sure. I mean, I was sat right behind the corner flag in the Matthew Arden lower. I couldn't really see things. But one thing impressed me about him, 72nd minute, he ran to keep the ball in, kept it in, and we ended up, having a chance. We didn't take that chance. But that's what I want to see every game.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Even because today I feel like we lost, but we lost with a bit of dignity, especially towards the second and end of the half.
Yeah, Mount played well. I think Tomori played well as well. But the standout for me is Kante. Again.
He's insane, isn't he? I fucking love that kid.
Back from injury, not even 100% fit, best player on the pitch by a mile. But I think if Liverpool didn't really have many chances, they're just clinical when they get the chances. Like the finish from Arnold, great goal. But that's what we need to do, just clinical, take our chances, create more chances, and we'll be fine, I think.
Score prediction for our next few games then? Obviously for me, and me and you love a Euro away. I'm looking forward to them. We lost in the home leg against Valencia. That's gutting, and that's where we need to pick up the points. I want us to do well in that competition. I want us to do well in all competitions. But when we get defeats like this, it sort of puts you. We go from one to the next. 1 minute we're winning 5-2, the next we're losing 1-0 against a team that are not that great. Where are we going to end up? Can we get a trophy this season?
I don't think we will, to be honest. No. I think, like I said, it's just all about development this season. Next year is when we need to pick it up because we can buy extra players where we need to fill in the gaps. But I think if we lose to Lille and Ajax, I think we're out of the Champions League. We needed to beat Valencia, I think, because it's going to be tough. All these away games, I can't see us winning them in Europe, to be honest. But you never know. We can pop up and win.
3 words to describe. Actually, no, 1 word to describe today's game.
Second half, brilliant. All
right, babe. What did you think then? A game of 2 halves, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of encouragement as far as I'm concerned. I thought Tomori played absolutely brilliant today.
He was good.
I mean, second half we were just brilliant. I thought. I mean, I think a draw would have been a fair result. Another day you get a draw.
We don't take our chances. Liverpool do. They have 1 set piece, they score. That sort of thing. We don't seem to be able to convert those chances into goals.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got different quality. I mean, we know this season is going to be a transition season.
Yeah.
We know the young ones are going to come in, and at the moment they're doing the best for me. I mean, Tamori is brilliant today. Abraham has been brilliant in other games. Wasn't that great today. Should have scored first half, I thought. Another day he would have scored that. But I mean, even Sky is saying, I listened to Mourinho there, that another day Chelsea get a draw. I mean, it's a scrappy win, Roy Keane still on Sky Sports for Liverpool. But I mean, when you go for a title like they are, then, you know, they're going to look back and say, well, that's 3 points for them. But I mean, as far as we're concerned, we're not going to challenge the big teams this year. We're going to struggle against the big teams. I'd be happy with a top 4 finish this season, would you?
Well, yeah, of course, I'd be buzzing with that. I think top 7's more realistic. Any players today you thought could have done a little bit better?
As I say, Abraham could have done a bit better. Alonso possibly. I mean, for the second Liverpool goal, I mean, you can't be getting that free header in. Something we're going to need to work on, because teams will just punish you, and against better opposition we were going to struggle. But going forward, I mean, we've got games coming up now that we can win, I feel. I mean, obviously Wednesday, I would play the young ones Wednesday again, would you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. But I also think that there are a lot of errors that we make in a lot of games, and don't think that comes down to no commitment. I think that comes down to not having the strength and the depth in the team altogether.
I mean,
we're not a finished product, is what I'm trying to say.
I think we should play Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi on Wednesday, get them in.
You do?
Yeah, try and get them a bit match fit as well. I think it's a game that we will win, yeah. And on Saturday, we've got to beat Brighton. I mean, these games against Brighton, Southampton, Newcastle, that's where we're going to get points this year, I feel. And if we get anything against the big teams, it's a bonus. Don't forget, we're under a transfer ban. Frank's brought none of his players in. He can't be judged this year.
Totally, I agree.
I mean, I thought we were great at Wolves. I know I couldn't see you up at Wolves.
Sure, we were brilliant.
I mean, Tamori's goal at Wolves is absolutely
insane.
Brilliant.
That's what I want to see, though. I want to see more of those every single week.
But even today, though, look at Kanté. Kanté was brilliant today. Look at that goal he got. I mean, that's goal of the game, isn't it, really?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, fantastic. Okay, then, babe. Describe today's game in one word before you go.
I just think that it's a scrappy Liverpool win, and on another day we get a draw. I mean, a draw would have been a fair result.
Babe, I love how chill you are. I always say this. Were you chilled about today's game, or...?
Nah, not really, man. I think Liverpool got away with one, man. We should have got at least a point out of this game.
You reckon?
Do you know what I mean? But like...
What's that down to, though? Us or the ref?
I wouldn't blame the ref too much. It's more us. We didn't put away our chances. Get me? We weren't clinical enough up front. Like, Tammy missed a one-on-one. Batshuayi at the end could have scored. Mason Mount missed a chance.
Yeah. I think he's got a bit of a sore throat.
But yeah, to be honest, you have to give credit to the players, because it's a young team. And to go 2-0 down against Liverpool and to show the fight, the passion, the heart against one of the best teams in the world, it's not easy, you get me? A lot of teams will just give up and just concede more and more and more. But overall, it was a scrappy game. Liverpool didn't really have that much chances. I think we had more chances than them, to be honest. Tamori at the back.
Everyone's saying that. Is he your man of the match? I always find it hard to give man of the match if you've not won the game, but I do think credit's due when it's due.
I don't know. Maybe Kanté, because he scored that brilliant goal.
Insane.
Do you know what I mean?
Gotta love that man, don't you?
Yeah, honestly.
But if he's not in the side, we don't win that. We don't lose that game by 2-1. We lose by a lot more.
Yeah, because I mean, he's one of the best midfielders around, innit? No midfielder has got the legs like Kanté does. Do you get what I mean? He's just magnificent.
Yeah.
But
what do you want to see from the team then in future games?
Just put away our chances, man. If we put away our chances, we can win games.
A few more Tamori goals.
You know what I mean? Rudiger comes back, Tamori beside him. That's a solid defence.
Yeah.
That's a solid defence. Just put away our chances, be more clinical up front.
Yeah.
Van Dijk had Abraham in his back pocket today.
Yeah. Totally.
Do you know what I mean? But it's the best defender in the world, isn't it? Against a young striker, so...
Describe today's game in one word before you go.
Just unlucky. Very unlucky. We should have got something out of this game, but we've got good fixtures coming up next. We should get a couple points from them fixtures. So
Hopefully a few more too.
so we just move on to the next game, man.
Honestly, I think in the first half we did some mistake. We conceded 2 goals from set pieces, but in the second half I was impressed by our reaction.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of positive points after this game, honestly. I want to pick up one individual performance. Tomori, he impressed me a lot, honestly.
Me too.
And honestly, we lost against a better team in the end, but maybe unlucky to didn't get the draw,
I thought it was going to be a lot worse, to be fair, you know, so I'm impressed.
honestly. And you can see the progression, for example, from Man United game.
Yes.
A little bit the same
Totally,
scenario,
yeah.
but we react better, and maybe for the future we will see better days, honestly.
Yeah, okay. On to the next few games. United have had a bad loss today.
Yeah.
Arsenal are not doing that great. Tottenham lost yesterday. Those sorts of results, in a way, help us. They give us time, I suppose.
Yes, I agree with you, but honestly, I don't accept a lot of things this year, honestly. I love our manager, and we will be patient with him. And maybe with hard work, in the next couple of years, we'll be a very strong team, just as Liverpool. That's all. But you can see the progression, you can see the work.
So you're happy with how the lads performed today?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not very disappointed because I'm proud.
Yeah.
They have a
dug
good
in.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fab. Thank you very much, my love. Perfect. All right, guys, I've got a couple of fans here. Guys, what are you saying? Game of two halves?
I'm a bit emotional actually. I thought the second half that was like, I feel like I'm in the ultras or something. It was so mental the way we support the team until we get that goal. After that, it was just kind of like, come on, boys, get fighting. And I think it was just a bit unlucky for us, but in the end, I'm happy for the boys. So
Proud of them, yeah.
Proud of them.
What do you think? Liverpool are one of the best teams in Europe, obviously. They are amazing. They're natural-born goal scorers. Their goals are so powerful. Like, when I was sitting in the Matthew Harding lower, so fast. Their goals are like lightning goals to me.
Exactly, and the difference was, and it goes to show the sort of contrast in the quality at the moment, because Liverpool took their chances when they got them, whereas us, we created enough chances, but we weren't putting them away.
What can we do, though, to correct that? Surely they should be practicing this, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, to be honest, I think at the minute it's just a case of, keep working on it, because at the minute, we've got a project, we know what our plan is, we just got to stick to the plan.
Yeah.
So.
Do you see similarities in us and Liverpool? Like, Liverpool rebuilt a few years ago, they went down, they came back up. Do you see that happening with us?
I sort of try to look at it in a similar way because, they hit the rock bottom before they got to where they are today. So I think that, it's a very, very similar process, and I'm excited that the fact that we did manage to pull it back, because normally, if you go over the last couple of seasons, at 2-0 down, we would have just given up, whereas this time we actually came back and we were really unlucky not to come